Hi, I'm Angie Kellen with MCA. Joining me today is Sri Peruvemba, Head of Marketing at SID. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Well, let's start off by talking about the display trends that we're probably going to see over the holidays and possibly rolling into next year.
There's going to be a lot of different display technologies and trends that we will see at our Display Week show at SID. Primarily, what you'll see coming up into the holidays will be a major trend in these wearable technologies. So there's going to be a lot of newer devices that will be launched. And not just newer devices that will have better displays per se, but also devices that will add a lot of value to the consumer. A lot of these devices that we wear today have some fundamental value today, whether they count steps, they give us a little bit of information that is more infotainment. In the future, you'll see a lot more of medical type applications. It'll measure your pulse, it'll analyze your sweat and give you very useful information. These kind of things will happen. We'll have some really cool sensors, displays. Haptic technology will be big in this space. We'll also have touch screens that will work underwater. We'll have all these new features coming in. So these wearable devices are going to take off in a very big way. And I think the holidays will see a lot of these devices as being part of the gift giving, and as well as they're really cool and they'll have some really awesome displays on them.
Well, let's switch gears a little bit on technology. I know we've had e-readers for a while now, but now there are e-writers. Tell me a little bit about that technology.
Yeah, so the e-reader revolution, and we both talked about this in the past, came, and it's pretty steady and is going fine. And e-writer revolution is about to take off. So you see most of these newer devices, whether they are phones, whether they are tablets, even laptops, they're now bringing the pen input back into it. So in LCD technology, cholesteric LCD that has writing capability now also has features that make it look like paper and pen, or feels like paper and pen. Really cool technology. So an example would be the Boogie board that is an e-writing tablet. So these kind of devices are going to take off, and you'll see them in multiple devices where writing will be encouraged. For example, our kids basically don't know how to write anymore because we give them these devices. They type all the time, they're texting all the time. But writing is important, not just in our culture. You take a culture like in Japan, writing is extremely important. Being able to write in Chinese characters, in different characters other than just English, is going to be very important. So analog writing, I think, will come back in a big way, and our industry, in the display industry, will play a big role in enabling it by creating these new technologies that will make the user feel like they're using paper and pen, but it'll be electronic writing. It'll capture the information, it'll collate the information, it'll allow them to send information very seamlessly.
Well, it seems like a very timely technology because everyone is so environmentally conscious these days. You know, between using an e-writer as well as, compared to a conventional notebook, they have to save a lot of paper.
Yeah, it's like 50,000 sheets of paper
Wow.
for one of these devices.
Well, let's talk about quantum dots of all things. Now, we've seen this technology gaining steam over the last couple of years. Where is it now, and where do you think it's going to go?
So the largest industry within the display space is the LCD industry. Right? There's a whole ton of companies that are involved in LCD. There are very large fabs worldwide that are existing. Many of them have been depreciated, and they're able to produce products very competitively. And along comes OLED that has the promise of better color and certain features that LCD does not have. So to bridge that gap, quantum dots is the savior for the LCD business, where quantum dot materials can be applied to LCD, and LCD panels, whether they are TV, they are tablets, and so on and so forth, now look much better and can compete very well with OLEDs, and obviously they have a much lower price. So I see quantum dots being a huge trend in the near term, the next few years.
Very good. Well, now this and some of the other technologies you've just discussed were originally introduced at Display Week. So, you and I have had several conversations on some of these other technologies. So let's talk about Display Week a little bit. I know you have kind of a top 10 list of reasons why to attend Display Week. Maybe you could share a couple of those with us.
Sure. So Display Week is not just the world's best show for electronic displays, where the greatest minds in electronic display industry from all over the world arrive, present their latest findings. Not only do they present what they've invented, what they've researched, but they also teach. So you could go there, you can learn a lot, and if you're a student of display technology like I am for many, many decades, you'll go there and you'll always learn something new. Second, you will have the opportunity to meet your peers. You can network. A lot of times you'll find your next employee or your next employer there at that event. There are many other aspects of the event, particularly if you are in the display space as one of the exhibitors. You're going to go there and meet a lot of OEMs. This year we're going to have the event right here in San Francisco, close to Silicon Valley, and many of the OEMs are going to be there. Last year we saw some of the largest OEMs in the world send literally over 100 people per company to the show. We expect the same trend to continue. We expect this to be the biggest, the best display week that we've ever had, not just because of the proximity. Obviously the proximity offers a lot of value. San Francisco is an awesome place to be at. There's great restaurants. The whole San Francisco area gives you lots of opportunity to do more than just learn about displays. But the event itself, we are intensely focused on bringing tremendous value for the exhibitors, for the attendees, in terms of making sure they see the right content. We keep everything that people valued before, which is the high technical aspect of the conference, but also bring in a lot of business aspect of it, help people network, find opportunities to do business, and hopefully most companies that attend will go away with customers, with contacts, and maybe even a new job.
There you go. Well, Sri, thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you at Display Week as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in San Francisco for Display Week 2016.